still down here at Gillette Park, but now we're going to move into the Little Red Schoolhouse Museum, talk with Roger Blakey. This is Roger's latest book. It's called Night. Roger, we're in a Little Red Schoolhouse here in Tomah. It's got a lot of history. Been around for many, many years. Your first time in the schoolhouse, and before we talk about your book, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I love this museum. I moved here in 2011, and I've been here a few times. I never knew I would do a book signing here. It's a great place. This is the 7th book signing to promote the paperback release of the Artemus Newton Thriller series. This museum is a great place for pictures. We've had a bunch of people come in today.
Yeah. All right, this is your latest book. It's called Night. Talk about it for me.
Yeah, Night is the 4th book in the series, and Artemus Newton has been retired for about 2.5 years now, and he's written a book himself about a 90-year-old man he met in a nursing home, and the man's name is Bill, and he was in the OSS and the CIA in the early days back in the 40s during World War II and after the war. And he befriended this man in a nursing home, and he's published his memoirs. And one night he's at a book signing down in Chicago, and a billionaire who's there to pick up some books before he flies back to Europe is almost murdered, and Artemus Newton rescues him. So to show his appreciation, the billionaire invites Artemus Newton to Austria, to his castle. But once he gets there, he finds out that a very avaricious group of killers is trying to bump off the board of directors of this big company over there. And Artemus Newton finds himself trapped in the castle with 9 other people. People are starting to be killed one by one. Nobody knows who among them is the murderer. So it's a pretty popular book so far. It's my favorite of the 4 myself. And I like all the books, of course, but this one is my personal favorite.
Okay, now if people need more information about, you have 4 books as you mentioned, Roger, a moment ago. If they want more information on your other books, what's your website?
Yeah, rogerblakely.com, and the books are all for sale at amazon.com and barnesandnoble.com, and the Point here in Tomah sells them. Okay. And they're also for sale every day at the Wisconsin National Guard Museum in Camp Douglas, Camp Williams, and it's really neat to see the books for sale every day at the museum and at the Point. And if you visit rogerblakely.com, you'll see more information, or you can contact me at rogerblakely@hotmail.
Okay.
And it's really good.
Okay, again, this is Roger Blakely Jr.'s latest book down here at the Little Red Schoolhouse Museum in Tomah on crazy days. It's called Night. Do we see a 5th book within the next year, or what are we looking at?
Yes, sir. The 5th book is scheduled to be released in April next year. It's going to be titled Turncoat, and it's going to be set about 6 months after the events of Night. And I plan to start writing that one in October. Usually it takes 5 or 6 months to write each book. And Artemus Newton will continue on in his retirement. He's trying to live a nice, quiet retirement, but he keeps being interrupted by terrorists and bad guys, villains, crooks, secret agents, other villains. And the series is taken off a lot, so it's fun to move on to the 5th book, but it takes a lot of time and energy to write these things. Yeah. But it's worth it, though, to hear from people who do read the books. So.
Yeah, now today I just got here a little bit later, and you were signing books a lot. Good 2 hours before I got here. What type of feedback have you got from the community on your other books?
Yeah, there's people who they've emailed me and written reviews and put posts on Facebook saying they love reading about Tomah because one of the books is set in Tomah. In Fort McCoy, and it's funny to see people, middle-aged ladies, it's pretty funny, like the books. I thought they would like it just for the romance because there's love stories in the books too.
Sure.
But they also like the action, the suspense. It's pretty funny, and it's fun to hear people mention the characters and wonder what's going to happen next to which character, and it's very gratifying to hear from people who've read the books and who take the time to write reviews.
Now, are your books at Barnes & Noble and La Crosse or not?
No, Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Amazon.com, okay.
And they're gradually moving into different bookstores too.
Sure.
But they're not in Barnes & Noble yet.
Okay.
You know, they have so much space. Hopefully someday they will.
Sure.
But the National Guard Museum's got them for sale, and the Point is a nice store here in Tomah. They sell the books. Okay. And get them here at book signings. Bernstad has invited me for another book signing there on August 24th.
Okay.
So the books will be there. And just stop on by, say hello. And,
Okay,
it's
so
fun.
21 days from today you'll be at 3 weeks from today you'll be at Bernstadt's?
Yes,
Okay.
noon to 2 at Bernstadt's.
All right, great.
Yeah, they very gracious of them. They saw me put a picture of their water bottle on my last book signing.
Oh, there you go.
They thought that was
There
funny.
you go.
They thought
Okay.
that was funny, so they invited me to do book signing over there. So,
All right, Roger Blakely Jr. down here at the Tomah Little Red Schoolhouse Museum. This is his latest book. It's called Night. And again, one more time, Roger, as we wrap it up, if you need more information on this book and all your other books, where do they go?
yeah, contact me personally at Roger Blakely at Hotmail,
Okay.
at ROGERBLAKELY, or you can go to rogerblakely.com, or you can just Google Chief by Roger Blakely or Night by Roger Blakely, and it'll come up there. And yeah, thank you for buying the books. A lot of people have, and it's fun hearing from people.
Sure.
And thank you for doing these interviews, Mr. Kip.
Well, I appreciate you sticking around. We got things ran a little long here today, but I do appreciate you sticking around, Roger. And we'll talk again down the road when book 5 comes out, hopefully a little bit down the road. Thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you.
Hope you enjoyed this.